Hi, welcome to Growing Homemakers. My name is Sarah. We have not posted a video in quite a while, and my New Year's resolution this year is to make sure I am posting on our channel at minimum once a week so you can follow us along on this journey of ours to start a homestead. My mom and dad live on the property, and my husband and I live on the property with our little boy. So this year, my goal is going to be to post at least one video a week. We did record videos last year. I just did not get all of them edited and uploaded. It takes a very long time for us to upload a video to YouTube. If it's 20 to 30 minutes, it could take anywhere between 18 to 20 hours to upload. This year, I will be posting a video every week for our channel with what's going on around us, and then probably sharing some of our older videos that I just did not get to. Some of them will be different things that have happened around the farmstead, like we got the pigs. Our houses were delivered, so I'll probably try and show those videos as well. And any other videos that I have that I think I can share. Mom, Dad, husband, and I have agreed that we are going to try and do the pantry challenge. Now, I know a lot of people, when they do pantry challenges, they kind of edit it to fit their needs. For us, our pantry challenge, or at least for me, I know my mom agrees, but she might, differ in a few things here and there that she would like for her household. But my goal for my pantry challenge is to clear out all the store-bought processed foods. I'm not going to throw them away. We did spend money on them. So my goal is to use up all of that stuff in the pantry challenge and hopefully buy a lot less of that coming in the future. So maybe I think one of the attainable things, or one of the things we feel like we could probably succeed in, is making our own bread instead of buying it from the stores on a regular basis. We do not go through tons of bread, at least in my household. Maybe between my mom and dad and my house, maybe 2 loaves a week. So our goal is going to be use up all the bread we have and then make our own bread from scratch and experiment with all different kinds of loaves and different things. English muffins versus bread. Also doing our own buns and things like that as well. Dinner rolls. I know, but I'm going to give you a peek in my pantry so you can see what a hot mess it is. I'm going to pull everything out today and try and reorganize it. And then I will also show you the freezers that we have in the other building. Mom and Dad have 2 upright freezers and I have 1 chest freezer. We kind of just share all of them. But so I will show you in those and kind of let you know what our plans are for this pantry challenge, trying to get some of the stuff out. We will probably still spend some money. Bubba, you're okay. We will probably still spend some money on groceries. It is unavoidable, especially with my little. He is just transitioned to cow's milk. So we do get raw cow's milk from the farm. My mom and dad have been getting raw cow's milk for a very long time from the farm. Mom makes cheese and butter and things like that. And I am going to start getting 1 gallon to 1.5 gallons for my little man so that he can have A2, is it A2A? Yeah. So he can have A2A cow's milk, raw cow's milk that he's transitioning to. So we will be buying that on a regular basis. Our chickens are also not laying eggs right now. So the chickens on our property are not yet laying eggs. So we will continue getting eggs locally as well. So those are 2 things that we will not stop buying. Milk we get once a week. Eggs maybe every other week or so. Also, I will continue buying some fresh fruits and vegetables for my little man, because he eats a lot of that for snacks and breakfast and things like that. When we have, if he has a piece of egg, or if he has egg or a piece of toast in the morning, I'll usually give him some sliced bananas, raspberries, or some berries and things like that, some type of fruit. And then he also needs a few fresh vegetables with his meals as well. We do care. I mean, right now he's eating everything. So, I mean, but I try to keep a little bit of that at all times. Now, when I go through what we currently have in our house, I hopefully will not have to buy any of that for anything for quite a while. We are pretty stocked up from a shopping trip we did about a week or so ago. And then we do have our canned items as well. So, like, I can supplement with applesauce for him. I think we have apple butter. Maybe we don't have applesauce. Might be apple butter. We just canned a lot of pears, so he can have those. That might be, the apples and the pears might be. I mean, we have canned cherries as well. I don't know if he would eat those. But anyways, so we will be supplementing with a few things. Now, the goal for the pantry challenge is for me to clear out all of my canned, boxed, processed food, use all of that up, and try and find a way to either not buy it or make it on the homestead if I can. Also not rely on those things as much, and rely on all the stuff that my mom and I work really hard on to can every year. We also have been freeze drying some stuff. And then we have some stuff from freeze drying and from canning that we should probably start to use up with the new garden season happening and starting. We will be needing to make room on our shelves shortly to restock them. So we want to use up some of the stuff we have a lot of, so that we can fill those shelves back up with fresh stuff. With that being said, garden season is also coming, so you will see some videos with that stuff coming up pretty quick. We are in 6B zone right now. Sorry. We are in 6B gardening zone right now. So I'm actually going to try today, along with doing the organization of my pantry, I'm going to try and start our seeds for the onions today. You're going to see us prepping the garden. We are expanding it again this year a little bit from last year. We got to clean everything, reorganize everything in the plant shack. So you will come along with us, and we will bring you along to watch those videos and see how we do, and learn with us and help teach us. You guys may know stuff that we don't know, and we are 100% open to suggestions and to know the way everyone does things, so that we can try it to see if it works for us. I'm getting off on a little tangent here, but anyways. So I am 100% ashamed of the way my pantry looks, but I'm going to show it to you all the unorganized and cluttered that it is. Now, we only have a small pantry because we are still living in the camper while our houses are being finished, or our house is being finished, I should say. It is 2 buildings that we're connecting, though. But here is my pantry. So here is the pantry. It is jam-packed. It consists of 4 shelves. They do go pretty far back. I don't want to make it sound like it's super small space, but it is when you compare it maybe to some other pantries that you see that people have, or that maybe you have. Now the pantry probably wouldn't look as full if it was actually organized in there, but it is not. So that is my goal today. Organize it, see what we really have in there, and then from that point I can decide what we need to use up and get rid of that we're not going to have anymore, or that needs to go to make room for new stuff from the garden, healthier, whatever it might be. Now we do have one other small space. I'm going to show you that. Because it's jam-packed, it does not fit as much as it possibly could. Like you can see over here, these are some of my dried beans from this year that we grew in the garden. One of the things I cannot live without over in, I can't reach that cabinet over there, is Pop Secret Jumbo Popcorn. It is delicious. It is the fluffiest popcorn we have found. And it is very hard to get in stores for us. So I buy it in bulk a little bit. That way we have it all year round. We have not tried to grow our own dent popcorn, or dent corn I think it's called, which would give us popcorn. I'm really scared that we won't be able to find something as fluffy and soft and yummy without all the hard kernel left over. I don't think we'll find something as good as Pop Secret, but I'm hoping we can at some point in time, but that's down the road. So here is one of the freezers. This is Mom and Dad's freezer, although right now we're sharing them with us being in the pantry, with us being in the camper, we are having to share freezer space with them. But this would normally be their pork freezer for when they get a hog butchered every year or every other year. Right now, it's the catch-all for everything else. You can see in here, we've got chocolate chips. We have some squash pureed. We're going to try and use that during the pantry challenge. We have frozen onions. Now, we have a bunch of freeze-dried onions, so I think we're going to use the freeze-dried first, but we'll see. We have zucchinis we're planning on, or shredded zucchini that we can use up before the garden season. Also, we have some bags of frozen tomatoes. So I don't know if it's in this freezer or not, but we also have a lot of chicken carcasses left, the bones and whatever little bits of meat that we did not eat in. So during this Pantry challenge, one of our goals is also going to be to preserve the things that we can preserve and get out of our freezer to make more space for other things. We don't need 12 chicken carcasses in our freezer. We need to cook those down and make chicken broth and restock our pantry shelves with it. Same with the tomatoes. I believe we are all out of tomato sauce or diced tomatoes. I'm not sure which one. Tomato sauce we could make with those frozen tomatoes. I think you have to use fresh tomatoes for diced tomatoes if you're going to can them. That I am not 100% sure about. I've only used fresh ones and I've only done it 1 year. I think we did it last year and we didn't do any this year, and we should have because now we're out. So, but we can definitely make tomato sauce or pizza sauce with those. We have plenty of barbecue. We have plenty of some other tomato products, but we definitely could use diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, or pizza sauce. So we'll see what we do with those. Now I have this small freezer. Now this is mine and my husband's freezer. Again, this freezer is a hot mess. It is packed. We really need to get everything out of it and defrost it and chip away at some of that ice. But we have things like a pound of pepperoni in here. I have some frozen pizzas that were on sale that we got a good deal for that are easy to make when we don't have a lot of time. So we need to use all this stuff up. A lot of bacon. Oh, there's some of the chicken carcass right there. We stock up on bacon when it's on sale because even when you get a hog, you do not get enough bacon. There is only a certain amount of bacon you can get when you get a hog. I absolutely love Zatarain's sausage and Zatarain's rice boxes. I love Zatarain's rice boxes. They make like a pre-seasoned box with rice, the seasoning packet and all that, and you just dump it into the pan and mix up. Absolutely love those things. I've only been able to find them in one store recently while we were on vacation, and I bought a ton of them, and I think we're down to 3 or 4. But another goal would be to not buy those and to season your rice yourself. We grow a lot of our own herbs and our own peppers and our own things like that, and spicy peppers, and that's all stuff used to season those boxes of rice that Zatarain's, Goya, I don't know, who else, you know, makes them, but those type of things, there's no reason we can't season them ourselves. Might take a little more time, but as soon as I find something I like, then it'll be quick and I'll, you know, be able to knock it out pretty easily. But so there's that small freezer is ours. It definitely does not hold as much. I am sorry if it is loud in here. The freeze dryer is going with some sliced pears in it. All right, and here's the other chest freezer. No, not chest freezer, stand-up freezer. This is the beef freezer. It does have a lot of other things in it. Here is, if I am correct, a bunch of fat that we can turn into tallow. I believe it's beef fat, with it being in this freezer, but that can be turned into tallow, and then that whole space would be open. Some of the stuff like the Cool Whip, we love to make some quick, easy pies with a graham cracker crust, and those were on sale for $5 for $5. Bubba, nope, Mama's, don't close the door, Bubba. We got steaks and roasts and another bag of tomatoes that can go and get processed. So here's one of our little cabinets with all of our canned stuff in it. I'll do another video where we go over all the stuff we managed to get canned this year, but definitely we want to go through some of these things so that when we grow our own or butcher our own stuff this year, we have more space for it. So here's Mom's pantry. Let's try to see. All of the canned stuff, I'm trying to give you a good view, but it's up there. All the canned stuff is in the top 2 shelves. This was our first full year on this property and gardening. So we are really proud of ourselves for what we did manage to get done in the first year. This, along with that other cabinet I showed you, we feel like we got a good amount done. We did not do nearly what we wanted to, but we did get a good amount done. And so then here, her herb shelf, we have a lot of it. We grew a lot of our own herbs, so hopefully one day both of our cabinets will all be our own homegrown herbs for the majority of. And then the bottom 3 shelves, store-bought things, oils, some freeze-dried items that are close at hand that we use on a regular basis, and things like that. Now, I know I said Mom and Dave probably don't have as much of the processed stuff as we do, but that could be an incorrect statement. So you can see they have crackers and cookies and is that macaroni and cheese and things like that. So macaroni and cheese is another thing we would really like to stop buying. We have not broken down and done it yet, but both of our households would really like to stop doing that along with bread. Here's her pantry. She's got, chips, and she also has cereal in hers. So this is all stuff that we would like to get rid of in the pantry challenge and hopefully not buy it again. I'm sorry if you hear my dog playing in the background. She's excited that she's over here. Oh, I didn't show you our fridges. So here's the door handle. Everything's backwards. So here's Mom and Dave's fridge. They have a lot of canned stuff, jarred stuff, but a lot of it's like, this is all stuff we've made. We've canned it, we've made it. They have some leftovers down in there. Mom's homemade cheese, which for them that's nice because then they don't have to buy cheese. They do not have a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables right now. Oh, they got a head of cauliflower in here. But I have a crap ton. So we will be using all of that stuff up in the pantry challenge. And like I said, hopefully, short of milk and eggs and some fresh fruits and vegetables for Jack, we will hopefully not be spending any money during the pantry challenge. We are going to aim for this month to do it. I know some people do it into February. We will see if we can even do it that long. We don't have a large supply of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Backup, like, what's it called when they store a lot of food?
Staples.
No, but they store big amounts.
Yeah, bulk.
Survival.
Bulk. No, bulk. Yeah. I'm recording this. So we do not have a lot of bulk stuff. Like, we're getting more into it. Sugars, some flour my mom gets and things like that. Or I might buy 6 of the yogurts or cottage cheeses from Azure for Jack. So I don't know if we'll be able to do 2 months worth. We do have an Azure order coming at the end of this month. We're not going to skip that. That is in and going to be delivered. But we do want to get rid of all of the stuff in our freezer that needs to be processed and canned, such as the tomatoes, the chicken, the tallow, those things. That can be done during the Pantry Challenge. And the other things that we froze that we have in there that we can make into food, like the pureed squashes, the shredded zucchini. We have chimichurri that we made because we had a bunch of stuff we could use for that. And so we can make meatballs with some of the meat and things. So we will post videos about what we eat every day or every week, and I will post those once a week of the whole week's worth of meals. And we hope to have success with this first time of doing the Pantry Challenge. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later on Growing Homemakers. Bye! So I almost forgot our fridge in the camper for the Pantry Challenge. Now, we do not have a full-sized fridge. It's like a little small fridge, stuff on the door. But we will be utilizing all of this stuff to help us not spend money for the next month. This is the fresh stuff that we currently have. We have some homemade pickled jalapenos. We make our own pickling liquid, and then we just pick jalapenos off of the plants in the summer and dump them in there. So in the fall I restocked it. Should probably put it in a different jar now. Tonight I have a honey mustard marinated chicken breast. We will probably make like some quesadillas tonight, put that on it. We have a few tortillas left, so that is probably going to be what our dinner is tonight. Some sausage, breakfast sausage, and then we have some fresh produce. So we have sweet peppers, raspberries, blackberries. I got a pear, a couple green onions, a pomegranate back there, some baby carrots, cauliflower, onions. And then in our drawer, I buy cream cheese in bulk from Azure. I love this stuff. It is a little more crumbly and less creamy than you would expect if you're used to like Philadelphia or something like that. But I still love it. It's got great flavor. Got a couple feta cheeses, mozzarella and cheddar, a little bit of lunch meat, which once we're out of this, we're out of this. And then we have some oranges and grapefruits in here from the local FFA. They were selling stuff and they delivered it in December, so we still have some of that left.